Hi, my name is Shimon Sarid. I am the CEO of SpaceIL. In the next few minutes, I will brief you on Beresheet2 program. Beresheet2 is defined by us as a deep space exploration and education system. The mission statement of SpaceIL is to inspire the next generation of scientists, engineers, and dreamers to select a STEM education, and we are doing that by execution of highly challenging space program. SpaceIL was founded in 2011. It took like 8 years to launch the Beresheet1 in 2019, and after 6 months or 6 weeks of journey to the moon, we made a moon capture, and then we tried to land a week later. It was end up with hard landing, but we had a lot of accomplishment and success with Beresheet1 program. Some of them is that we have been the first country to touch the moon by a lander. We were the first non-government type of organization, private organization, that conducted the Lunar mission. We have been able to put the Israeli flag on the moon, and we inspired over 2 million children in Israel and abroad. Beresheet2, in our eyes, is the continuation of the mission of Beresheet1, and we take it one step forward. In this video, you'll see and get impression on the mission of Beresheet2. So Beresheet2 is actually a 3 spacecraft system. We have the orbiter or mothership that carry the 2 landers, and upon arrival to the moon and doing the moon capture, then we release 2 landers to land on the moon. These landers will land in different time, different location, and in different experimental and exploration mission. And this short mission will take about a week. At that time, the orbiter, the mothership, will continue to orbit the moon, and we actually plan to have this orbit in route for about 2 to 5 years, in a way that it will serve like educational and scientific lab for many school children around the world to be able to communicate and get data from this orbiter. We are aiming to achieve a few world-class achievements in this mission, unique mission. First, the dual landers deployment from one orbiter at the same mission is something unique and new. When we land, we'll be the smallest landers ever to be softly land on the moon, with 130 kilograms upon deployment and 60 kilograms upon touchdown. And we'll try also to land on both sides of the moon. We have 2 opportunities with 2 landers. We can land on the near side and the far side as well at the same mission. We also have an educational vision in a way that this system will be like a worldwide space education system. We'll have the orbiter en route or in orbit around the moon. We'll have control room on Earth, and we have many space education centers in many countries with children that are striving to touch space, be able to communicate and get information, and have educational program attached to this orbiter and Beresheet2 program. Our timeline is that we are aiming to launch the system at the end of 2024. We are now on the way in the design, and pretty soon we'll get into production. We call up also all the space agencies around the world and the space industries to collaborate with us in Beresheet2. We are open to share everything that we do with other entities in the engineering side, in the assembly, integration, science and education, and the mission operation. We all believe that we have to collaborate and enjoy from the fruits of this program in as many countries as we can. So join us to the moon, and now I would like to transfer this to Kfir Damari, is our Vice President of Education and Community Outreach, to talk about the education side of this mission.
Thank you, Shimon. As you've heard, beside the scientific and engineering mission, we're doing a lot of work on the education, a lot of emphasis on that. We're building today together with the Ministry of Education and the Israeli Space Agency, and we have more than 100 volunteers volunteering in SpaceIL. We're building that new program, new curriculum, and I really hope that you will all join us from many countries around the world, and that children from all those countries will take part in Beresheet2. But today we have a special opportunity, thanks to the generous support of Ruth Parasol and the Parasol Foundation. We are launching a new program.
Hi, my name is Ruth Parasol, and today we are announcing the Parasol Foundation Women in SpaceIL Female Fellowship Program. This program is for up to 5 talented females for doctoral and postdoctoral research in the field of space. The aim is to reward and encourage more female participation in SpaceIL's next mission, Beresheet2. There is a huge gender gap in STEM, and in space it's a gigantic hole. This fellowship program is a small step in closing the gender gap, but is a very important one for the success of Beresheet2 and future space missions. Not so long ago, it took months to cross the Atlantic in a slow rowboat. Now it only takes a few hours in an airplane. In just a few decades, we will travel to the moon and beyond in just a few hours. We will live in space, and we will raise our children in space, so it is essential that women are equally embraced in the growing sector of space exploration and space entrepreneurship. In 2011, I read a small newspaper article about SpaceIL and their small spacecraft mission to the moon. I smiled and admired them for even thinking they could. A few years later, I saw their logo on the door of an older back building at Tel Aviv University, and I smiled again that they were still trying, and as a show of support, we contributed some money to their mission. When Beresheet-1 took off to the moon, it forever changed the way I look at the moon. The innovation and the drive it took to get there, the never take, not doable, as an answer. Also, it's funny, but there's a data chip on that spacecraft that contains a photo of me and others, along with the encyclopedia and other important earthly human information. Very few women can say that there is a photo of themselves on the moon, crazy as it sounds. So with this Parasol Foundation Women in Space IL Fellowship Program, I am very excited that there will be much more female horsepower behind Beresheet2, and that there will be many more photos of women in space. It is a great honor to be participating in Beresheet2, and I look forward to meeting the new team, especially the female fellowship recipients of the Parasol Foundation Women in Space IL program. To apply, please see the SpaceIL website.